Колега? Извини.
Зашто ми се извинуваш?
За секој случај.
Чудно малце така, а?
Чудно е тоа, колега, што зборот извини стана ко странски збор во нашите животи. Исчезна.
Како мислиш тоа стана странски збор?
Па така ретко го употребуваме. Дури и тогаш кога не сме во право. Дури и тогаш кога ќе сгрешиме и се правиме на тошо, на 3,5, или викаме, ја не разбирам другаче, јас сум у струмица, не сваќам ништо и такви фори и фазони. Така?
Не е точно тоа дека исчезнал зборот извини од нашиот живот и од нашиот јазик. Мене, жена ми, например, знае по 100 пути у текот на денот да ми се извини.
Нели колку лжеш.
Сериозен сум, види.
Абе, тоа е... Јас сум сериозен. Тоа е чиста научна фантастика. Прекрасен наслов за најновиот научно-фантастичен роман, наречен Жената што се извини. Тоа би го читал, да знаеш.
Можеш да се шегуваш ти до утре са бајле. Јас тачно знам што зборам и ќе ти повторам. Мене, жена ми се извинува 100 пути у текот на денот. Нека ти поише.
Ти треба да станеш рибар или ловџија.
Како?
Ти веќе си рибар и ловџија, ама немаш опрема. Ти треба трска или пушка. Тоа е.
Зашто ми е трска или пушка?
Затоа што ова што го зборуваше чиста научна фантастика, колега, жена му се извинувала. Како бе пилети го достигна тоа чудо? Како?
Многу едноставно. Многу едноставно. Значи, што и да кажам ја у текот на денот, било што и да кажам, жена ми доаѓа до мене и ми вика, извини, љубави, ама не си управ.
А тоа е исто како да му кажеш некому дека е глуп, без да го употребиш зборот глуп, така?
Како може тоа?
А може. Така како жената.
А значи, она мене ме...
Да. 100 пати на ден.
Извини. Извини.
Не ми се извинувај мене, колега.
И па на кого бе да ми се извини?
Па ако више си запнал да се извинуваш, извини се како човек, као маж на Министерството за животна средина и просторно планирање. Ејде.
Имаме ние такво министерство?
Имаме, ама ко жмигавец на фичо. Има, нема и така.
А затоа кај нас воздух чист има, нема, има. Оп.
А со депониите е обратно.
Како?
Има, нема, има, избори,
Оп.
нема. И
Браво.
после па има, па нема и до недоглед така.
А зошто би му се извинеле ние на Министерство за екологија и како го рече
Просторно планирање.
животно планирање?
Па како прво затоа што постоиме, колега.
Ние како агенда?
Не, ние како луѓе, колега. Да не бевме ние луѓето, немаше да има ни загадување, загадена почва, загадени реки, загаден воздух, депони и Македонија ќе беше едно прекрасно место за живење.
За кого?
Па за Министерството за животна средина и просторно планирање, за кого?
Да, знаеш дека си управо, па да бе, немаше ништо да работат, они ќе си беа мирни, нема ништо, нема ѓубре, а ние вака им го реметиме ратот. Леле, стварно извинете.
Да, извинете и од
стварно
мене.
извинете.
Да, и ви ветуваме дека од сега па натаму се помалку ќе не има
Да.
и нема да ви пречиме во тоа што го работите.
Не, само вие да си ја терате вашата работа и да можете да си продолжите да си
Извине.
спиете како и до сега, така?
Да. Извинете и од мене. Во иднина ќе гледаме да не има што помалку за да не ви пречиме во вашата работа.
Така е. Одма полесно кога ќе се извиниш, бе?
Нели?
Нели? Да. Толку? Така?
Што? Никако. Има долг е списокот за извинување.
Не, ама на кого сега? Не е валја пак на нив да им се извинеме.
Па, ние, колега, на друг немаме сгрешено.
И што имаме сгрешено сега?
Сме ги ставиле како поддржувачи на емисијава.
А они не се?
Ни подразно, колега. Они нас не ставаат ни на дневен ред.
Стварно безобразно од нас, човече.
Дрско, расипано од наша страна.
Арогантно од наша страна.
Да, катастрофа.
Каков дилетантизам.
Тешки дилетанти излега.
Колку треба да си очаен, бе, човек да пишеш некој дека ти ја поддржуваш на
Поддржуваш,
емисија, он не ти ја поддржуваш на емисија. Мислам, не.
Очаен, многу очаен, скоро колку нас очаен. И затоа мислам на вистина дека време е да се извиниме како луѓе, како мажи.
Извинете. На вистина извинете што сме ве пишале дека сте поддржувачи на оваа емисија, а вие тоа не сте.
Да, извинете и од мене и ветуваме дека ова повеќе никош нема се случи и вие слободно може да си продолжите со спиење.
Да. На нунина.
Ко бисерен бран.
Здраво на сите и добре дојдовте. Денеска се наоѓаме на едно од најубавите историски места во Скопје, Скопскиот аквадукт. Исто така и неговото друго име Јустинијановиот аквадукт, затоа што се смета дека бил изграден во времето на Јустинијан I. Оваа година, токму овде беше започната најголемата национална еколошка акција Генералка Викенд. Со нас денес е Ханес Јекл од Менен Маунтен и неговата соработничка Гордана Софија, која што е започнала оваа голема иницијатива. Денешното интервју ќе се одвива на англиски, затоа што нашиот гостин се уште го нема совладано македонскиот јазик. Така да, let's give a warm welcome to Hannes Јекл. Hannes, how are you?
Hey, Christian, how are you doing?
Amazing. Now, my first question is, you're an Austrian, and out of all the places in the world, you chose Macedonia. I mean, I know we have the most beautiful girls here, but besides that, why Macedonia?
Because of the beautiful girl, basically, I didn't see but the most beautiful one was from here. And yes, actually love that brought me into this country. The love to my wife and the love to this beautiful, beautiful country that has been forgotten and in such a, in the midst of history, hidden behind the beautiful mountains. And when I came the first time to Macedonia, it was really discovering a treasure, you know, and for me it immediately felt like this is the place where I want to live. This is the place I want to contribute for, and this is where I feel home.
Amazing. Wonderful. I mean, I'm sure when you came here, you saw the trash around the country. And I want to ask you, where did the idea for Generalka Weekend come from?
It was not the trash that I saw.
Yeah.
I saw I saw the beauty of the country and at the same time the despair of the people.
Right.
So I was not aware and I was not able to comprehend how is it possible to feel such a sadness and such a distrust within the society when having the opportunity to live in such a beautiful place. So it took me some years to understand where this all came from, and Gordana and me were talking a lot about this, and we thought maybe it would be a good thing to start at something that is a visible problem to all the citizens, no matter of which cultural background they come from, of which political background they come from.
Just to make a change.
Not just a change, but to create a story that will inspire the people. Because the point is that the people only get the same story over the last 600 years, you know. It's like, oh, it's not possible, we tried but we failed, or something went wrong, you know. And we wanted to create a story that actually worked, you know, something that is where you go, you put effort and you see a result. So, and the easiest way to approach this problem was to clean the trash. So we thought using the old word Generalka, you know, and to put it into a new context, it would make maybe a good story for the people to have this annual tradition. To go out together with my neighbors, with my friends, with my family, you know, no matter
with strangers,
where they come from, with strangers, with stranets even.
Yes.
You know? So to share this moment, to do something together, you know, and to achieve something that is visible. Then have a rakia, you know.
Then have a rakia and go to the kafana. When we spoke before the interview, you said by 2031, you don't plan, Macedonia will be a clean country.
Yes, I mean, the thing is we planned enough. I think we discussed enough. And we made so many national strategy papers, you know, that nobody ever complied with, that nobody implemented, you know. Maybe it's just time that the citizens take over and say, okay, we do this now.
And where did the first Generalka weekend take place? And I want you to tell me about the journey. How many people came along? I mean, in total, you said there that there were more than 100,000, and this year alone, 56,000. I want you to take me through the journey throughout the years.
Yes, the math just amazing. You know, basically, Generalka weekend is Gordana and me.
Yes.
You know, sitting on a balcony, dreaming about the best version of Macedonia. You know.
Wow.
And because neither Gordana nor me have ever done anything like that before, we thought, okay, we're gonna make lots of mistakes, you know, and we're gonna make a lot of misunderstandings. I'm also a stranec, you know.
Yes.
I'm not aware of all these complicated cultural things, you know.
Yeah.
I'm more like a straightforward guy, and so we said, okay, let's start with 10 municipalities. Let's pick 10 municipalities from all cultural backgrounds. Let's see different sizes, different regions.
Right.
And then let's see how many mistakes we are doing so that we don't repeat them in the next year.
Yes.
And so we built it very slowly. In the first year, 10 municipalities, then 26, then 52.
Right.
And since 2 years now, all 81 municipalities. And yeah, which is amazing. The amount of mistakes are still high, you know, but we're just humans.
You're just human, yeah.
But you know, the bigger the organization became, the easier it became for us because we're not alone anymore. In the first year, we tried to do this alone, but we already got so much support from the municipalities, especially. And I don't want to make any, you know, advertisement for a political party or whatever, but we realized that no matter of which political party or which cultural background the people come from, there are so many good people in this country.
They're willing to help.
They're willing to help, they're willing to contribute, and they don't have the self-esteem, or they don't think that the time is right, or but there are so many of them. And you know, when you run around in Macedonia, people have the tendency to sick talk,
to joke about you and talk behind your back, or
no.
When they see you, they talk bad about you.
Maybe, but they are also thinking bad about themselves.
Yes, of course.
So but they don't have any reason to do that, because Macedonians, also the Albanian community here, the Roma community, the Serbian, and even the 48 Austrians who live here, you know.
There's 48.
48 of them.
Wow,
I counted them by hand, okay. So
that's why, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm one of 48.
One of 48, okay.
And so the point is that they're all breathing the same air, they're drinking the same water, and they're basically all have parents, and most of them have also children. So we are all sitting in the same place on this planet, and we're sharing this place, no matter if we're like socialists or conservative, or if we think this or that way, or we believe in this religion or in that religion, you know. But we're sharing these basic human things amongst all of these groups. So, and we found that when you remind the people that they're also humans and not just members of something, you know, then they get activated. And I've never seen that anywhere else, how powerful this society actually really is. You know, we're always talking, we're weak, you cannot do anything, politics, blah, blah, blah. It's not true. We saw first year 1,000 people, second year 15,000 people, then it grew up to 56,000 people, as you mentioned before, this year. So more than 100,000 people have joined Generalka Weekend, and each year we're doubling the number of participants of 600, 700 locations, 600 organizations have joined us this year. 600 organizations have joined. We have supporters from all political parties. We have supporters from all cultural and religious groups. And this is really revitalizing the hope in the people. And this is what Generalka Weekend is actually all about.
And you plan on to break the world record on most volunteers in 1 year, yes?
Yeah, I mean, the point is we recently stumbled upon a statistics that Mexico City has gathered 156,000 people and broke world record. But then I thought, okay, but Mexico City has approximately 20 million people.
Yes.
So we have 2 million people here, and we had 56. Only if I do this, I multiplied it with 10, then we had 500. And say, hey, come on.
That's a big difference.
Here we go.
And you mentioned the municipalities
Yes.
and how you managed to convince all of them. With my knowledge, convincing municipalities is very difficult. And I want to know, how did you manage to do that?
Yeah, we didn't convince anybody. The point is, we are very respectful towards the authorities. Maybe because I'm Austrian, you know, and we believe in the state. We believe in the authorities. We believe in law and order. You know, there's a law that is applicable for every citizen. You know, in order to keep our society up and running. Right. You know, this is why we approach municipalities with a very high respect. You know. And we don't convince anybody. We are proposing something. Mm-hmm. So with this approach, we came there in the municipalities and we told them this is what we're planning to do, right. You know. And if you want to be a part of this, we need you to do this, and that, and that. There is no money in. You know, we will provide you some T-shirts, and we will provide you some drinks and bags and gloves, which are provided by our partners, yes. And to help you, to support you in the organization. If you need something, we can always. And most of the municipalities were just curious to do something. They just sometimes we had the feeling they were just waiting for Generalka Weekend to come.
Really?
We even had municipalities that participated in Generalka Weekend without being part of Generalka. So we had some municipalities that were not in this in the second year. We had 26 municipalities, but there were a couple of municipalities who just saw that the neighboring municipality was doing it,
and they joined in.
And then they made it by themselves because they didn't get a call from us because we were growing and it was a little bit much. And the next year we visited them. And they were so angry with us that we didn't call them last year because they already had like 200 people on the street. And this is really, so we don't need to convince people, we don't need to remind them. They know who they are, they know what's the right thing to do, and we just have to give them the opportunity to do the right thing. And this is actually the biggest success of all, because we see so many municipalities, the people in the municipalities starting to become proactive. They're making now their own projects, they're making their own cleaning actions, they're making other projects, youth engagement and stuff like that. It's not because of Generalka Weekend, but you know, with Generalka Weekend, we had this starting point where they can try out things, you know, where they're not, where they can make mistakes, because mistakes is normal.
It's a human thing.
And every year we're getting better, hopefully, you know. And
I mean, by the results, you are getting better.
Yes, better results, but the best result is always the number of participants, you know. Because this is what shows you that the action arrived in the hearts of the people and not just in their minds.
You've collected more than 1,500 tons of waste. That's in kilograms, 1.5 million. And you said that with every 10 kilograms collected, you plant one tree. Now, I'm not very good with math, but that's planted more than 150,000 trees. Is that correct? And I want to know, where are the trees planted? Exactly. Not exactly, around.
Christian, you're very good at math, just to say this. I mean, it's like spot on. We have collected 1.5 million kilograms of waste during the last 5 years of Generalka Weekend. And so far, we tried to keep up with the pace, and we planted so far 125,000 trees. Based on our collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture, as well as with Македонски шуми, right. They have these annual plantation plans because, you know, we have wildfires now more than ever. Last year, the numbers just came out, 93,000 hectares. It's an incredible number. And so now it's more important than ever for the state to invest into our future by planting trees. And with the Ministry of Agriculture, and actually we've been working already now as the third minister, right. that we're working with, based on the same idea, based on the same narrative. And it's also the second director of Македонски шуми that we're having the honor to work with. And during the last years, they put so much effort in creating these forests, and we wanted to make it visible. We want to show the citizens of Macedonia that their authorities, the government, they actually care, no matter what kind of party they're from. You know, we had 3 ministers of environment, or 4 ministers of environment. They were all from different parties. So, but they all had one thing in common, that they really tried to make something better. You know, and it's the same sentiment we have with the current administration. They put a lot of effort. And also last year, with the new administration, we planted around 50,000 trees. And now to come back to your question, where did we plant? We planted in Veles, 2 years in a row, because this was a huge burned area north of the Mladost Lake. So we planted there. Now hopefully get the numbers right, but a lot of trees, let's put it this way.
Yeah, no problem.
And then we also planted in Petrovec and in Choilja, in this area, also burnt area. And then last year we had the pleasure to plant near Kokino in Staro Nagoričane. It's a wonderful municipality, one of our favorite ones. It's such a magic place. And
I haven't been there.
Oh yeah, most of the Macedonians haven't, but you should. You
should. I will.
Especially the small municipalities, Staro Nagoričane. And there are so many of them that are really small, but they're just wonderful. It's incredible. And if you live in Skopje, we heard that the aqueduct is actually not known to many Skopje people. But this is amazing.
It's a historical place. Yeah.
Not just this, you know, this one survived 2,000 years of craziness. You know, the only damage that was made here, by the way, just to make a digression, the only damage was made somewhere here. We can see it. I think it's here at this place.
Yeah, here.
No, this one here. You see, this one is new, and you know why it's new? No. Because here behind us is a military base. And this used to be the playground for tanks. So they had tanks here driving around, shooting, you know, to train the tank under Tito, right? Yeah. And one of them quite missed the goal, and he was breaking this, and so they repaired it. You know.
You mentioned the volunteers again. I was going to go back on them. When they pick up the trash, do they select it immediately and put it aside, or do you take it somewhere else and select it there?
So we are basically working together with Komunalna. Okay. So Komunalna, here in every municipality we have a Komunalna service, and we are working with the municipalities and the Komunalna to pick the waste that the people are collecting. We have, of course, in some areas we can realize waste selection, so we have different bags, like yellow bags for plastic and cans, and black bags for mixed waste and so on. And in some areas this already works very well, you know, especially in the collaboration with Nula Otpad and Pakomak, who we are working with since day one. They implemented in so many municipalities already those, you know, for glass, these things.
The containers.
The containers, yes, exactly. Like we started already in 2021 in Kriva Palanka as an example. The municipality immediately implemented their waste selection capabilities, and they collected like trucks of glass, you know. There were illegal landfills, they only picked the glass, then they only picked the plastic, and they brought it to the Pakomak stations and selected it each of it. It was wonderful. And this year we had this action together with the municipalities and Nula Otpad. Yeah. We called it Elektro Generalka, and so we wanted to bring closer to the people the opportunity to call Nula Otpad and to tell them, okay, I have a fridge there, I have a television there, or maybe also institutions or companies who have basements full of old computers or fax machines.
And don't know what to do with them, and they just call and they come and pick it up.
And they come and they pick it up, and it's a free service. It's an amazing thing, and we are following Pakomak as well as Nula Otpad for years. They are partners, and they introduce us in their insights also. And what Nula Otpad and Pakomak are doing in Macedonia, Pakomak has also their 15th birthday. This year. Yeah. So it's an amazing achievement. And you cannot imagine this country without these two companies.
No, they have been our friends for 5 years now. And while you were cleaning the aqueduct, tell me, Do you have a memorable memory or a fun memory
Yes,
that
lots of them.
happened something? Yeah.
Lots of them. I mean, it all started with we were here 2 hours before the event, and then suddenly this place was flooded by Secret Service, by securities, and God knows what. And we didn't. Yes, and we didn't quite experience that before. And then it's the Secret Service of the president. You know, the president will come. And for us it is a huge honor, right? And then huge buses were coming. You know. The thing is this, I need to explain, we are creating every year one event, we call it the kickoff event. It's an opening event of Generalka weekend. This is for us very, very important. We're always choosing a strategic location. Last year it was Kale. Yeah. It's a cultural heritage, it's very important. Some years ago we were cleaning Vodno with several teams. And I also want to say it, why these opening events are so important. Generalka weekend is not financed by the state. Yeah. We are not getting any money from European institutions or embassies or NGOs. Gordana and me, we're a company. We're not NGO. Right. Yes, and so we try to convince basically the economic world of Macedonia to remind them that they're also just humans. The same thing as we do in the municipalities. Else, Yes, Evena. Even Evena, they were here with an army of people. Sparkasse came with buses of people, you know. Maxtil, as an industry, they were cleaning here, and then they couldn't get enough, then they started to clean Gazibaba.
A tradition like this, you mentioned that it happened in New Mexico. They have the current world record with most volunteers, but I want to know, do things like this, like Generalka weekend, happen anywhere else in the world?
They're happening everywhere because Macedonia is not the only place in the world who has a problem with waste. But we have, but we are not in Asia. We are in Europe, right? So in Europe, most of the countries kind of solved this problem, right? I come from Austria. My mom is Slovene, my dad is Hungarian, you know. In these countries, waste is not such a big deal anymore, you know. But in Macedonia, we're still a little bit behind when we see how we treat actually the beauty of our country and that we dispose our trash in such an uncontrolled manner, you know. And so these actions are everywhere. We even have in Austria every year spring cleaning action. Although I don't know what they're picking, but they're picking something. They find something, you know, some bodies or so, you know, you never know. But Mexico, I just wanted to say, yes, they made this world record with 150,000 people, but there are 22 million people or 20 million people. If we interpolate that, we have 2 million people here and we have 56,000 people here, then if we would have 20 million people, we would have had 560,000 people. In terms of percentage...
In percentage, we're better.
In percentage, Macedonia is world champion.
Well, world champion.
World champion. World champion. And wouldn't that be a nice narrative to tell the kids?
That we can be the best in something.
No.
In a good cause.
Yes, but just imagine you being old. Yeah, you being like 60 years old, and you can tell your grandchildren that, listen, when I was your age, me and, you know, and hundreds of thousands of people in Macedonia, we were suffocated in waste, and then we just woke up one day and said, now we're gonna do it. And then we fixed it, and on our 40th birthday, in 2031, everything was clean, you know, and this, my dear grandchild, is the world that you live in.
Yes.
And that would be a nice story, something you could be proud, and your grandkid as well, right? Wouldn't your grandkid say, okay, that's my granddad,
that's my granddad,
because he cleaned the country.
And my grandkids will live in a wonderland.
Yes.
Then it will be a wonderland.
And everybody's rich and having davce kravce the whole day.
Davce kravce the whole day, drinking rakia.
Hey, the old ones at least. Yeah.
The old ones. Yeah. If someone wants to sign up at Generalka weekend, how can they inform themselves more?
Basically, we have the usual kind of channels. Our communication channels are homepage. It's like www.generalka-weekend.com. Then we have a very vivid Facebook group and on Instagram. So all the social media channels we are covering. But basically, if you really want to attend, go on our homepage and you can choose one of those many locations that we pre-pinned. If you want to come up with your own location, just register there. It's on the homepage. Hey, I'm Christian. I want to clean the aqueduct on that and that day. And we get that message, and then we contact you. Yeah. And we say, do you need something? Do you need gloves or bags or whatever? This is what our partners are giving us. They're giving us the opportunity to provide to everybody who wants to participate cleaning Macedonia. We provide through our partners, Macedonian companies, Macedonian products, giving back to the citizens a value. We give you bags, we give you gloves. Just we're gonna contact the municipality for you that you just tell us where you clean, and we're gonna make sure that Komunalna will pick that waste.
Епа, драги гледачи, тоа е тоа. Ако сакате да направите некоја промена, не е битно кој сте и што сте, од председател до студент, селектирајте, рециклирајте. Ако сакате да се запознаете повеќе со Генералка Викенд, отворете на интернет, укуцајте и дојдете да исчистиме заедно Македонија.
Има мобилна апликација. Тука се скенираме за да машината да ме препознае мене и го пуштам шишето и добивам поени за тоа шишето. Сега овие поени кои што ги имам јас ќе ми стигнат на мојата апликација, ќе си ги претворам во ваучер и во одредени кафичи или во маркетите со кои што соработуваме, кои ќе си пазарам, ќе си добиам попуст.
Селектирај отпад, селектирај иднина. Пакомак.
Користете ги зелените контењери за електричен и електронски отпад и батерии. Време е конечно да научиме.
Здраво, јас сум Капка моторно масло. Мојата работа е да го одржувам моторот на вашиот автомобил во вистинска моторна форма. Но од кога ќе се истрошам и неправилно ќе бидам исфрлен, можам да направам голема катастрофа во природата. Замислете мене, една мала капка можам да ја загадам природата со години. Но за тоа имам решение. Ако правилно ме собирате мене и моите пријатели, како што ни информираат од ЕКО5, иако веќе сме истрошени масла, можеме да бидеме рециклирани и да станеме повторно корисни производи. Биди ин со природата во тим.
Толку од извинувањето?
Па не е баш толку. Знаеш ли што направивме ние?
Не. Што сме?
Колега, ние најлегално си конкуриравме на конкурсот во Министерството за животна средина и просторно планирање. Документација.
Не. Да. Значи, ние сме стварно очајни, бе, брат.
Нели?
Значи, тоа е очај. Да мислиш дека Министерство за екологија, животна средина, просторно планирање и разни други глупости ќе подржи некоја емисија
што се занимава со
екологија и такви. Не,
глупости,
стварно. Извинете, навистина не знаевме што правиме.
Да, еве и од мене уште еднаш извинете, ова никогаш повеќе нема да се повтори.
И извинете исто што ве теравме да се правите на тошо.
Иако вие воопшто не сте тошо.
Не сте тошо.
И наша вина е што се правите на 3,5, тоа е само наша вина. И затоа извинете. Знаеш какво олеснување, како камен од срце да ми падна.
Не, а мислиш ќе го прифатат извинувањето?
Колега, наше е да си се извини, а нивно си е...
А они?
Они како и до сега ќе тераат.
На тошо.
Па и на 3,5 помалку.
Си размишљал ли некад од каде се тие изрази бе на тошо и на 3,5? Зошто ги користиме?
Знаеш дека од сите тие изрази само тоа ми е јасно. Раширен ко 15 до 3, тоа е јасно. Ама ова да се правиш на тошо, да се правиш на 3,5, цел живот ми било дилема.
Не му знаеме. А знај, може да е некој политичар тошо, си има кандидирано за председател,
градоначалник, и го става градоначалник се прави.
Се им ветил и после таа и се правиш као тошо на тошо се прави.
Градоначалник кога да дојдем утре за онаа работа?
У 3,5.
И им каже он у 3,5, ама не им каже кој ден и која година.
И може да е од таа.
Колку е сад, колега?
3,5.
Па ќе дојде тошо.
Тошо ќе дојде.
Ајде, збирај. Ајде.